Hey everybody, what's up? This is She Never Misses, and today is a very special day. And if you are a Pokemon fan or have glanced around the internet lately for more than 2 seconds, you're probably aware what that is. Today is the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. 20 years ago today, Pokemon Red and Green released in Japan, and since then, this wonderful franchise has grown into a household name and gaming powerhouse. Even spreading from video games to many other types of media, cards, anime, plushies, figurines, and so much more, while succeeding on all of those fronts. And even more amazing still is the thousands upon thousands of people who Pokemon has reached in its 20 years, and the huge impact it has had on all of us fans. Going from the first fans with Pokemon Generation 1, many of which train to this very day, to the latest fans, jumping into the wonderful world of Pokemon for the very first time in Generation 6. And I can definitely say I am one of those people. So today, on Pokemon's big 20th anniversary, I decided to talk about some of my experiences and memories of Pokemon thus far, and wish the whole Pokemon franchise a very happy birthday. The first memories I have of Pokemon are of the anime. I watched that way before I ever had a Pokemon game. When I first started watching the show, I was pretty young and didn't really get the whole watch every week, continue the story thing. But the show was on my TV a lot, and most of the episodes I watched either had Misty or May in them as the girl in Ash's traveling group, so I grew an attachment to both. However, my favorite Pokegirl is May. I enjoyed the dynamic she had with her brother Max, her name having a similar theme to mine, and how she, unlike Misty, was not very knowledgeable about Pokemon in the beginning, even being downright afraid of them. I was never scared, but I kind of jumped in randomly and didn't keep track of episodes that well, so I was always learning more by watching the show, just like she did by, being a character in it. I really liked watching her gain experience and come to love Pokemon and Pokemon contests. And let me tell you, I was not happy to see her go. I was even less happy when Brock left for good, especially because I thought he would be a constant in a world of ever-changing girls on the show. But that's a story for another time. Besides Ash's friends, I also loved to watch the various villainous teams on the show. Jessie, James, and Meowth were and still are some of the funniest characters the anime can offer, and are probably the entire reason many of us are so sarcastic. Plus, the more serious episodes involving them can really make a lasting impression on you. Additionally, Giovanni, Cassidy and Butch, and Hunter J all have their spots in my memory for various reasons. Whether it be because of their stature, dynamic with other characters, or their wickedness in general. Same goes with rivals, my favorite being Gary Oak and a second being Paul. I also have a few Pokemon I remember and like a lot from the anime, for various reasons, possibly when I watched the anime most, their amazing appearances and character, how they looked, or just because I remember weird things. So, a few of these, besides Meowth and Pikachu, obviously, are Ash's Sceptile and Charizard, Jessie's Seviper, yes, I enjoy it better than Arbok, Proceed the Burning, Dusknox and Wobbuffet, all of James's childhood Pokemon, Coughing, Misty's Staryu and Horsey, May's Beautifly, Combuskin and Eevee, Gary's Umbreon, Giovanni's Persian, and Hunter J's Salamence. And who could forget all those episodes? Some of the most memorable ones of the anime for me are because of various reasons. Warning, most of these are Team Rocket based. Sorry, not sorry. Training days, for having some of my favorite side villains, Cassidy and Butch, being a Team Rocket backstory and having some funny lines. The Misty Mermaid, because I love mermaids. Some of the animation was very pretty, plus one of Team Rocket's most well-known and funny examples of cross-dressing. It gets referenced all the time. You've seen this picture before. Come What May. Fun contest episode, May and Beautifly bond, big improvements for her, after being afraid of Pokemon at the start of her time on the show. Go West Young Meowth, the story of why Meowth can talk. If you haven't seen it, go now and do it. It is so good. Sweet Baby James, Holy Matrimony. All about James, his Pokemon, and his really interesting family. Funny and touching at points as well. Ignorance is Blissey. Some really good lines, story on Jessie, some memorable moments. The Needs of the Three. Last appearance of Hunter J in the series. Lots of action, many characters, pretty intense. I'm sure there's some of the ones that I missed that I really enjoyed. This is just off the top of my head, some that I liked. In addition to the anime, I have also enjoyed most of the Pokemon movies I have seen, but I am not up to date on all of those. My favorites are Lucario and the Mystery of Mew for having some of my favorite Pokemon in it, both legendary and not. A great story, great emotional moments, and some beautiful visuals. Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea, for Manaphy being one of the cutest things ever, and Pokemon Rangers being a big part of the movie. I always liked that group's dynamic in the show, and later playings of one of the Pokemon Ranger games enhanced that enjoyment. And Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker, because of how adorable Jirachi is, yeah, but also because of a great bunch of moments with Max and Absol. Their interaction is great. Now on to the games. As I said before, I had already watched the anime for a long time before I ever got my hands on a game. And when I finally did, that game was Pokemon Soul Silver. This game is still my favorite I have played and exposed me to the Kanto and Johto regions that so many older fans are also accustomed to, which I think is pretty cool. And having your Pokemon walk around following you is also something that I greatly enjoyed. It made the whole experience feel a lot more real. And since I started on Soul Silver and my favorite type is grass, my first Pokemon ever was Chikorita. And I love that Chikorita and went with it all the way to the Pokemon League. I was also 10 at the time, which made it doubly special since I was starting my Pokemon journey at the same age Ash was and will always be. And that game got me through some tough family stuff while I was at that age as well, and made my love of Pokemon even more permanent. The only thing that wasn't positive was that my brother, trying to complete Heart Gold before me and being way behind, took my game and, along with many of my other Pokemon, released my precious Meganium. My first Pokemon. I was devastated, and with all of my good Pokemon gone, I walked away from the game for a while, and to this day, I still haven't completed it. Embarrassing, I know, but other things came up and I just never got back around to it. But it is still my favorite, and Johto is my favorite region. Since then, I have played a game in each generation after and loved all of them. In addition, I have also played some games in the Mystery Dungeon and Pokemon Ranger series, which I recommend you do if you want to play a Pokemon spin-off and haven't yet. They are really fun as well. I would recommend Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Time, and any of the Ranger titles. So that was just some of my memories from my ongoing Pokemon journey. Maybe you can all share some of yours in the comments below as we recognize this amazing day in Pokemon. And before I end this video, I would like to thank Satoshi Tajiri for sharing your wonderful vision with the world, and to everyone in the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, anyone involved with anything relating to Pokemon whatsoever, for making that vision a reality and meaning so much to so many people. Happy 20th anniversary, Pokemon, and here's to many more. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later. Bye.